a container to Haiti is very difficult because there is transportation costs, the logistics of storage. It will come, but what we are looking at doing is to get, I'll be speaking to my dear brother Clarence Thomas, the real one.
Yeah. Oh. San Francisco, Clarence Thomas, ILW Longshore.
Thank you.
All right.
Longshore. Brother Clarence has been, and the ILWU has been very supportive. And so we'll be talking down the road when we can be sure that we can get the stuff received in Haiti. Because in the Haitian ports have been under the control of guys who are not that good, you know. So basically what they do is they just block you and they milk you, you know, you have to pay through the nose to get anything from customs, and it takes forever.
Wow.
Until we get everything worked out really well, we don't want to engage into something like that that would be, you know, take much needed energy or resources away from us, you know. But we'll be working on that. So we have to put that into place.
So right now, some of you are able, you say that, I've heard you say several times that you send money.
Yes.
So there are things, or there are shops where people can buy, like food or basic water?
Yes. Some of the shops, there are shops that are damaged, and so they are closed, or the owners, people watching them and what have you. So some of our brothers and sisters have been able to go and say, look, you know, because they've had a relationship with some of these folks, and say, look, you know, you have some rice here, we need it, can you sell it to us on consignment, you know, we'll pay you. And that's how, once they get our assurance that, you know, we can back them up, they've been doing that.
Okay.
There is that, there is also some of the farmers in Haiti are able to, you know, have been coming to the city. And some people, gasoline is very expensive now, already it's very scarce, and they are charging like triple what it used to cost. So we are trying to, our folks are getting some and trying to send cars outside to get stuff to bring in for, but it cannot reach everybody. And why this is being created and made so hard, it's because they are blocking, I mean, food, water,
Right.
that are right there at the airport, within a couple of miles of the neighborhoods, and there are neighborhood associations. Oh, one more thing about food. Please protest. Protest the fact we do not want them to be tossing
Right.
from the back of the vehicle as if our brothers and sisters are wild animals. And then they set up the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Whereby people haven't had food and water for a while, right? So for days. So when you have your little brother, your sister, your son, your nephew, your mom, your dad, yourself, and then you are in a state of desperation. The helicopter is flying low and you're just tossing the stuff, right? Or pickup truck comes by and tosses it. So it creates a situation where your brothers, when you try to get some food, your brother becomes your enemy. So what about Bob Marley?
Yeah, then we got a videotape there.
And then the thing is filming. And now they say, well, they need the military to restore order. I've been protesting that. I said, no, there is a way it can be done. You know, the neighborhood, yes, with dignity. The brothers and sisters in the neighborhoods have it under control. There is one neighborhood they went to try to do this at night, and the neighborhood committee was right on it and said, no, you're not going to do this here. And they said, look, you want to deliver the food, you talk to us. So they got everybody come, they said, look, everybody is going to get their fair share. Now the people trust their leaders. They trust their own people. So you come to the right people, it will be done right.
That's correct.
And so they line up everybody, and the people were reassured that everybody will get something. So once they did that, then there was no
disruption.
no problem. Everyone understood that, look, you cannot get a belly full, but you will get some.
Yes.
And everybody got some.
So right now, like I heard that Doctors Without Borders, that they had like 5 planes with medical supplies and staff turned away so far. So even if we wanted to send stuff, we can't send stuff. They're not going to accept planes or shipment of cargo of things from here.
Yeah, no, not really. If there is anyone who's into the medical field, health field, Tina Flores is, there are some ways that we can get stuff in, but it got worked out. So you got to have approval and everything. So we got a system through her, and Tina Flores is heading up that. She does a lot of similar work with Cuba, and whereby we can get, if it goes with a medical team, it will go there.
Okay.
But they are, it's not easy to just bring stuff. Even if you go through the Dominican Republic, people who go there, unless you're part of a medical team or something like that, or relief.
But they're not even accepting them, right? Because I mean, I got notice back from PIH. They said that they're not accepting any more medical people there.
PIH may not be. However, if you
No, they didn't say they weren't. They said that they got word that they couldn't accept any more in the country that they was from.
when did you get that?
About maybe 4 days ago.
Okay, because of the pressures
Right.
that everybody has been putting, we are forcing them to retreat in their actions. So what I got today is kind of it's much
Okay.
better. So let's get in touch. I'll put you in touch with Tina, and we can work things out.
Okay.
You know, so that folks who are part of a medical team can go and connect with our brothers. and
There's some
sisters.
doctors that just flew from Oakland, they just went, and so they're there. So they just, their heart, they went, and they got there and they're getting things there. So every day things are changing. Pierre, you know,
Yeah,
some
there
of,
was a
oh,
question.
sorry, did I ask?
I just wanted to know your opinion. What is your opinion about the president from Senegal offering fertile land to the Haitians? I mean, is that at all even a viable option for the immediate assistance of food or transportation at any rate, or no?
How will they get there?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna
I
ask.
don't know
That was
what the
actually-
word is on the
yeah.
ground about that. Do they even know?
You know, the way it is right now, I didn't hear any reaction inside Haiti about it. But the way it is right now, there are all kinds of gestures of solidarity that's presented to the people of Haiti, and we welcome these gestures of solidarity. And then people can pay what's the best thing for me.
Right.
But basically, one thing we have to really be strong. We want the Haitian people to be in the leadership
Yes.
of the rebuilding of their country.
Yes.
Right now, I hear those so-called friends of Haiti are having some meetings in Canada, closed-door meetings. And basically, it's the European nations.
Right.
that
Saying
are
they
so-called
guarantee
friends
it.
of Haiti. Aristide cannot go to Haiti. Yet Bush is leading the war.
Right.
Bush and Clinton.
It's
They were
mad.
part of the problem. See,
Mess.
one thing that they didn't talk about, I don't want to blame a natural disaster on Bush and Clinton, of course not.
I will.
But
So maybe it's they must have go back home to some other country in Africa, though. I mean,
however, what happened is when President Aristide was there, there was the platform or the goal of the Haitian government was to invest in people. That was their political platform. That means to build schools, hospitals, clinics, sources of drinking water to the population. And they created also an Office of Emergency Services, whereby in the camp of Cuba, they had trained personnel, people trained in first aid, people trained in evacuation procedures, people trained to deal in the aftermath of a natural disaster to be of support to the population. So, in 2004, during the coup d'etat, supported by Bush, France, and Canada, financed, created by them, and the kidnapping of President Aristide, they killed a lot of these trained people, calling them Aristide supporters. Many were killed, many were chased out of the country. All those buildings for stockpiling the food and what have you were burned down, so that even the city of Gonaïves, which in 2004 was hit, after the coup was hit by a hurricane, the city of Gonaïves had, Aristide was doing work of draining the city, providing drainage. These guys in their campaign destroyed the equipment, the bulldozers. They destroyed the work that had been done, so that a few months later, when the hurricane took place, it completely devastated the city.